Traditionally, the California governor gives this speech much earlier in the year when the legislature is typically just starting its work, not like this week when the legislature is wrapping up that work. It's also typically done live here at the state capitol and in person, delivered directly to state lawmakers. But Governor Gavin Newsom, as he has in years past, is straying from that tradition, submitting simply a letter to state lawmakers and a pre-recorded speech to Californians.
As I present the State of the State letter to the California legislature, admittedly, we are in darker times.
Governor Gavin Newsom on Tuesday providing a last-minute State of the State. In this brief recorded speech, he summed up his 6-page letter to state lawmakers. He did not make any announcements or push for specific proposals. He highlighted what he says his administration has accomplished, from making the DMV more efficient to the high-speed rail. For the second year in a row, he used part of the address to criticize President Trump without naming him.
Our country increasingly is at a crossroads with a federal administration that threatens the very foundation of our democracy. But there's hope. There's reason to be optimistic. On this anniversary, so many people in California are exerting their moral authority and raising their voices to stand up for the ideals this country was built on. Our state was built on.
Well, every year the governor is supposed to give a State of the State speech to the legislature.
Republican Assembly Minority Leader James Gallagher criticized the governor for not showing up in person.
I guess he's too afraid to come and actually talk about what the State of the State actually is, like the fact that we're broke, that we're running huge deficits.
Republicans criticized Newsom, saying he's not focused on fixing California's problems and more fixated on running for president. The State of the State coming as California lawmakers have hours left to figure out major issues for the year, including steps to prevent higher prices of gas and electricity.
And I think this legislature should finally stand up for itself and say, no more, Governor. We actually need to solve problems, and we need someone who's actually going to work for the best interests of Californians.
We should note the governor did intend to give his State of the State speech way earlier this year in January, but then that was sidelined because of the death of former President Jimmy Carter. The governor chose this week and today because it is California's 175th birthday. Reporting at the state capitol, Ashley Zavala, KCRA 3 News.
The governor acknowledged this was his second to last State of the State. He will term out next year, which is when he will give his final address.